Hello, I'm here just to update you on my carnivore diet to rid SIBO. I posted 14 videos, 14 days in a row over 7 months ago, and I was on a mission to rid my SIBO symptoms. If you're curious more on my journey, you can go back and learn about that in my previous YouTube posts. But just for those of you that were curious and following, I've had a couple people reach out, and I'm not on carnivore anymore, and I haven't been for 7 months, but I've definitely altered my diet to be more carnivore because that really, truly did help my symptoms. I know right away what I eat now and how it upsets my body. And the carnivore was sort of like cleansing my slate. It reduced all my inflammation. I did learn, though, on the carnivore, you really have to go 80-20 fat to protein ratio. Otherwise, you're just going to be suffering. You really need that fat to lube your system. That's how I look at it, at least. And if you're not getting enough fat, you're just going to not be able to process and assimilate all that food you're eating, all the animal-based products you're eating. And I mean, you're just eating a lot of meat and butter and bacon and eggs. It's delicious, but it's not diverse, and it's just not feasible for me being in a family and feeding my kids and just wanting to enjoy life a little bit too. Right now it's tomato season. I love having a tomato with a really good olive oil and balsamic. It's quite an indulgence. It feels really good. But I'm definitely staying away from more plant-based foods, at least in excess, which I used to just always fill my plate with vegetables and big salads. And oh my gosh, I couldn't do that now. So I'm really grateful that I went on it. And I think for any of you that are struggling with SIBO symptoms, it's a good experiment. It's good to try out. I also need to mention that I did see my naturopath. Found another one here in the Seattle area. She's great. And she tested me for SIBO after I did the carnivore diet, and she said it was borderline. So go figure. I could have it, and maybe I didn't have it. That was basically what she told me. And then she thought I could be suffering with SIFO, small intestinal fungal overgrowth, which I've also had in the past. And she said, well, why don't we treat you for that? And I went on another round of nystatin, which I've done in the past, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on. And did that help? No. The only thing that's really helped is going carnivore for me and easing my symptoms and reducing inflammation. And yeah, so I do highly recommend it. It's something I probably will come back to revisit here and there if I really want to, I don't know, just start anew, just do a little refresh. But yeah, not something I want to do every day. I really like my chocolate. I like my sourdough bread here and there. I like avocados. I love fruit. I love honey. So you gotta do what you enjoy. I am on another journey, and that journey is on peptides and how peptides can enhance my inner systems to function more appropriately. If you uh, looked at any of my past posts on YouTube, you learned a little bit about my history of just always being sick and on antibiotics and getting thyroid issues when I was a teenager, and then getting, just a lot of health issues. And I was on a lot of antibiotics, a lot of medication, and Accutane 3 times, you name it. So I had my issues. And I feel that really has played a role in how I can process things, especially my thyroid and depleting my body and not nourishing it over the years. So I'm doing peptides to help enhance my inner systems and give me that little boost. And I learned about peptides from a friend that I know in Kona that has no pituitary capacity. Pituitary gland is totally wiped, and he's been using peptides to help him. And it's seeing him, how I used to see him, to how I see him today, and I've known him for over 20 years, gosh, 30 years. It's truly amazing. So I went up to him a couple years ago and asked him what he had been doing. He told me and just taught me a little bit about peptides and some popular ones like BPC 157. And I've since dabbled in a couple others. I've just started dabbling in a couple others. And I truly feel like it's helping, like already. There's a sort of a time I'm sort of puffy right now because it causes a little water retention when you first start these two peptides I just started taking. But hopefully that's going to die off in the next couple of weeks when my body gets used to the growth hormone. It's really interesting, though. I have struggled with Raynaud's all my life, where I get really cold hands, really cold feet, to the point they're numb and purple, and I have to put my hand under really hot water. And I haven't had that. My circulation's amazing. I'm sweating a lot more. Just my body feels a little bit more alive inside. So this is sort of interesting to me. So I may post a little bit more about that journey coming up. Okay, have a great day. Treat yourself well. Enjoy what you're doing and love yourself and the people around you. Goodbye.